Here's a few different types of blue oceans. Number one, you can have Facebook groups. Now, the key with Facebook groups is for them not to be branded your company brand. Okay, so you don't have a concentric Facebook group. You have a Landlords in Wolverhampton Facebook group, Landlords in Wilmslow Facebook group, HMO Landlords in Winchester, whatever it is. You have a Facebook group, non-branded, which has basically got the area in it and then what it is. You set up that group and you start to attract and invite people into it. We're going to talk here about how we get people into that group. Okay, so Facebook groups. So you're all members of one of our Facebook groups, the Agent Rainmaker group, yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Now, we actually called the group Agent Rainmaker before we called the company Agent Rainmaker. We called the group Agent Rainmaker. I thought, that's a great idea. We'll call the company Agent Rainmaker. So we actually have broken all the rules by calling it the Agent Rainmaker group. But that's got just shy of 3,000 members now. Now, what do we do in that group as a business?
Talk to each other.
You guys talk to each other. So I've created a platform for agents to talk to other agents. But what do I do in that group? Free content, daily tips, videos, shares. Then the Section 21's got banned. Webinar, quick, 9 o'clock, what the hell are we going to do? We are there nurturing the people in that group. Make sense, guys? How can you do that with your landlords? Not necessarily your landlords, but the landlords in your town. Landlords that don't know of you. People that have never heard of you before. Could you do daily tips in a Facebook group, yes or no?
Yeah.
Well, you certainly could do 50 of them, couldn't you? And if you thought about it, if you broke each one of those down into different tips, you could probably get to 150 or even 200 tips in that group. So create yourself a group and then do what we're doing. Just create daily tips, create videos, start nurturing, getting people into the room. Just some of the stats on the Agent Rainmaker group there, for example, you can see how it's grown. Literally in the last month, it's gone to 2,917 members. We've had 102 approved new members in a month. We turn down people. We've turned down 27 in the last month as well. You need to turn down people because who's going to get into your group? Who's going to try and get into your group? Agents. Who else?
Spammers.
Spammers. Yeah, who else?
Tenants.
Tenants. Yeah, who else? Suppliers. In this group, I keep getting people that want to sell you lot insurance stuff and software and all sorts are coming in here all the time. And I'm just refusing. Occasionally one gets through and then I have to block them and kick them out. You have to manage the group. It's your blue ocean. You've got to keep it nice and protect it from people trying to get in. Okay? You've got to protect your people in there. What else do we have to protect people from? You've probably seen some of the comments. Abuse, yeah. Occasionally you get somebody that wants to be an asshole in there. And they start picking on other people because they haven't got knowledge. You want people in there that you're going to help them nurture their knowledge. But occasionally you'll get people in there that go, oh, you don't know that, you shouldn't be a landlord, whatever. They need to be taken out. You're standing in your grave, mate. Okay, you need to be taken out. So you can mute them for 24 hours, 48 hours, 7 days, or you can remove them completely. It's up to you. You are the nurture carer of your group. Does that make sense? Yeah? So you're going to create this group, this safe environment where landlords can ask you questions and you become the authority. And something else will happen whilst you're doing this as well. When you start doing this, you will start to feel more like an authority. Who felt a bit nervous yesterday about going out as the expert? It's a bit like, oh, yeah. But when you when you do it, you'll realise how little knowledge the landlords have. And they will ask you the most stupidest of questions, really simple questions. You'll be thinking, they don't know that. And as you get asked these questions, you can help them and you can help them and you can help them. Your personal what's the word I'm looking for? Self-esteem, self-belief, self-worth. It will grow because you will become the advisor of the landlord community in your town. Does that make sense? You will become the landlord advisor. So you can be the authority in your town. So you can go out and say, I am the authority in Wilmslow, in landlords of HMO landlords in Wilmslow. That is what I do. I've got a group of over 3,000 landlords and we talk and we share all the time. You have validation. Is it not extra validation, guys? Yeah? You've probably heard of become the blog owner of Wolverhampton's property blog or something. You become the blog author. Become the author of the blog. Become the host of the group, whatever the case may be. But there's no other agents in here. So if you have 3,000 landlords in your group, there's no other agents. There's no suppliers. There is just you. So what you've got to do is create your group depending on what you want to build. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this at the end and you're going to create your group. So it could be landlords, tenants, HMOs, whatever the case may be. Right, so you're going to create your blue ocean. You're going to have your Facebook group. This is to get them off the big wide world out there into your Facebook group. But your mission now is to get them from your Facebook group onto your database. Does that make sense? Yeah? So you've got to get them from there onto there. That's because on your database, who owns the data? You own the data. So you're now solid, secure and safe now, okay? So you get them from the Facebook group and you get them onto your database. Have you noticed in the Agent Rainmaker group, I'm putting loads of stuff like, download this free guide now. Have you noticed that? Yes or no, guys? Yeah, what am I doing? Getting you onto the database. Yeah, so I want to get all those people onto my database.